Yeah, you play your card, boy, you bet on them checks and it too. Playing with the strongest you.
What's it, friend? Yes.
But you're looking for something new.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So, I don't even know what to call this look. Greenish, warmish toned. I don't know. I don't want to call it something green, but I kind of played around with green tones, but I just did a green makeup look. Am I really into olive tones? Who knows? But anyway, I played around with the Wet n Wild 738 Comfort Zone palette, which is absolutely beautiful. I used these three shades, which are more kind of warmer toned. I want to say in the peachy to kind of scarlet ruby shade, and then I just used this shade, which is like a dark green, but mostly it's kind of a smoky eye, and I used falsies for the first time. I'm very proud of myself, and I really liked how this look went. But anyways, yeah, if you want to see how to get this look, then just keep watching. Jumping straight into this makeup look, I'm using the Garnier Under Eye Roller, and no, we are not using this for our under eyes, we are applying this as a base to our eyes. Dun dun dun! And I'm just going ahead and blending that out with my fingers, because who needs brushes when you have your fingers? And the warmth of your fingers will help melt the product into your skin. I know that sounds disgusting, but trust me, it is not, guys, okay? It's not disgusting. And then I'm using my Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade in Blonde, which I absolutely adore. And I brushed it out with a brow brush. Is that what you call it? I think so. Brow brush? I don't know. But I just absolutely love this product. It is my holy grail for brows. Jumping into the Anastasia Artist Palette, I'm taking the kind of whitish butter shade. I believe it's called Buttery, and a Sephora brush, and applying this onto my lid to set our base color. And I don't know the exact products because I'm not a genius, so I'll leave all the products down below if you guys wanted to know what I used. Jumping into the Too Faced Holiday Palette, I'm taking this shade here, which is a nice kind of brown shade, and a e.l.f. brush, and applying this into the crease as our transition shade, because all the shades in the palette that I'm going to be using are mostly shimmer shades, so I didn't want to have a shimmer shade as our transition color, so just go ahead and apply that into your crease. Finally, going into the Comfort Zone palette by Wet n Wild, I'm taking this here taupey brown shade and a BH Cosmetics tapered crease brush, and I'm going ahead and applying this into my crease. It doesn't have to be precise or anything because we're going to go ahead and blend out all of the colors later on, so don't worry. So just apply that into your crease until you are happy with the color. You know, you can build it up or have as little as you want. You know, your face is your canvas. Then I'm taking the dark kind of scarlet shade, I don't know what to call it, and a little kind of angled brush. It's not exactly angled, but it's more tapered to the side. I don't know what I'm saying. And just applying this into our crease. And I kind of did this a little messily because, as I said before, we're going to go ahead and blend it all out. And I'm finding my brush. Which one do I pick? This one. And going ahead and blending out all the colors. I'm going in circular motions. You can do windshield wiper motions, circular motions. I don't care. Then I'm going in with the eyelid shade, which is just a nice kind of, I don't know, whitish shimmer shade, and applying this to our eyelids so we don't have something super bang and wow, you know, just a little sparkly shade onto our lid. Going back into the Comfort Zone palette, I'm taking the darker kind of mossy green on a Urban Decay brush. This brush came in the electric palette, and I'm taking the bigger side, and applying this shade onto the outer V of my eye. I like to think of it as like a C, you know, like the letter C, kind of apply it in that motion, or like a turned over U. I don't know what I'm saying. And just blending that out with a blending brush so it's not as harsh. And then I'm just applying that lid shade again because some of it got covered up by our shade that we just put on. Then I'm taking this kind of darker whites, almost like a taupey white, and applying this into the inner corner of my eye, or the inner tear duct, and also into the inner inner part of my lid, and then taking the light white shade, applying this onto my brow bone. And this shade didn't show up that well, so it's not that pigmented, but who cares? And I just lightly blended that out with my fingers. Then I'm going back into that taupey brown and just applying a little bit onto our lower lash line for a little bit of smokiness, if you know what I mean. And I used an e.l.f. brush, so just go ahead and smoke that out onto your eye. I decided to do a little bit of smokiness. I kind of wish I added more. And then I'm taking the darker scarlet shade and also applying this to my under eye. Then I'm going ahead and I magically put on false lashes. Yay, these are like the Glint's 405 lashes. I don't know what they're called. And I also used my L'Oreal liquid liner. For foundation, I'm mixing two of my foundations. I'm mixing my L'Oreal True Match and my Almay, I don't even know what it's called. But I'll leave all the product names down below as well as the colors that I used. And I just mixed them together to make my perfect shade because the Almay one was a little bit too dark and the L'Oreal one was a little bit too pale for me because, you know, I have like my tan shades and my like super duper pale shades. And I quickly just applied that all over my face with my fingers first. I know it's kind of unsanitary, but I don't care. I washed my hands, so don't you worry, guys. And then, of course, I blended it out with my beauty blender. I love, love, love my beauty blender, and it has a rip in it, which I'm, like, really sad about. I don't even know how that happened, but, you know, sometimes things happen. And I haven't found a sponge that I really like. Similar to the beauty blender, I know a lot of people like the Real Techniques beauty blender, or just Real Techniques sponge, but I'll have to try that one out. Going in with concealer, I'm using my NYC concealer, and I'm almost out, which I'm really sad about. So I'm just scraping whatever product is left in this tiny, tiny bottle. I've never actually gone through a whole, I was going to say bucket of concealer, but that's not a bucket, a whole container of concealer. And I'm also applying this to the center of my face, so the under eyes and the center of my face. And of course, you guys guessed it, blending it out with a beauty blender because beauty blenders are my holy grail. And I'm also taking this time to kind of sharpen up the wings so they're not as sloppy because sometimes they're uneven. And if you see me randomly dancing, just ignore that because I have music in the background, but you can't hear it because I don't want to get copyright. Yay! I'm using my MAC Prep and Prime transparent finishing powder, which I absolutely love, and just setting my whole face. So whole face, you know, my cheeks, my other cheek. Then I'm going in, what am I setting next? My chin. Yep, chin. Then going ahead, setting my nose, and of course my forehead. And you can apply like a colored powder if you want, but I just wanted a transparent powder. Then I'm going in with the Laguna bronzer, which I absolutely love, love, love. I always used to think it was way too dark, but you know, if you blend it out, it looks really good. And I just used this to bronze up the face, and I applied quite a little because I didn't want it to be too harsh because we have all the focus on the eyes because we have this like dark, warm, smoky eye, and you don't want your contour to be too harsh, otherwise it's going to look weird. So I'm applying that onto the contour of my face or the hollows of my cheeks, the temples, and my hairline / forehead, and also applying this onto the jawline. Jawline, what am I saying? And a little bit onto the nose. For blush, I use this Clean Color Star Powder in Cinnamon, I believe it's called, and applying this onto the apples of my cheeks and then blending it backwards towards my temples. This shade is so beautiful. It just adds a little flush of color. Then using my MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in Soft and Gentle, of course, I'm just applying that onto the highlights. What? I'm applying this onto the high points of my cheeks. I love this highlighter. I haven't found a good enough highlighter that I just love, so I'm just sticking with this highlighter. It's like my holy grail. It gives you just luminous face. So beautiful, so beautiful. I'm also applying this onto the tip of my nose and, of course, my Cupid's bow. For lips, I'm using this NYX liner in Peekaboo Natural. I forgot what it's called. I think it's like Peekaboo Natural or something like that. And lining my lips, and I need to sharpen this pencil because it is so dull. Like, you have no idea. So, yeah, just go ahead and line your lips like there's no tomorrow. Keep on lining them. Keep on lining them. And I also went ahead and filled them in a little. And then for lipstick, I'm using the NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream, and I believe this one is in Athens. I'll leave all the products down below, as I said before, and I'm applying this onto my lips. This is the perfect nude. Yep, this is Athens. I knew it. This is my go-to lip. I just love it so much. So this is the completed look. I mean, I just had fun with this. I really didn't know what look I was going for, but I was just really inspired with this palette that I literally got like a day ago, and I haven't used it at all. And this is what I came up with. I mean, first time ever putting on falsies, and I mean, it was like hard but easy, you know, like you had to stick them on. And tip one about putting falsies, if they don't fit your eyes perfectly, trim them and make sure to throw away the remains of when you cut off the lashes, not the whole lash, but like the little pieces of the lashes, because they will come back to you and scare you and look like spiders. That happened to me, okay? So one slipped off my desk and was on the floor, and I screamed, or more like shrieked, or more like because it looked like a spider, and I don't like spiders. But anyway, this is the completed look. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you want to see more dramatic looks like this, because I'm kind of in love with falsies now, hashtag no shame. But yeah, if you want to see more looks like this, make sure to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe down below because it's free, and who doesn't like free things? But anyway, I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye! Mwah.